Welcome back, collectors and enthusiasts, to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into a truly extraordinary topic: the top 30 most valuable ultra-rare USA pennies. These aren't your average pennies you find in your pocket change. We're talking about coins that are worth millions of dollars, often due to unique errors, minting anomalies, or sheer rarity. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to explore coin collecting, this video will definitely open your eyes to the incredible world of rare US pennies. Let's dive in. Before we get into the top 30, let's take a moment to understand what makes some pennies so special. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified whenever we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Now, today we're going to be talking about a true gem in the world of coin collecting, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny, while looking unassuming at first glance, can actually fetch a staggering $34,762 or more in the right conditions. Yes, you heard that right. But what makes this coin so special? Well, sit back, relax, and let's dive into its history, rarity, and the secrets behind its incredible value. First, let's set the stage with some historical context. The 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial Series, which was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design features the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, and on the obverse, we see the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been on the penny since its debut in 1909. Now, when you look at a typical 1963 penny, you might think it's just another copper coin, right? But there's more to the story. What makes the 1963 D so valuable is the rarity and condition of the coin. The D Mint mark indicates that this penny was minted at the Denver Mint. Most 1963 pennies were produced in large quantities, and they are relatively easy to find in circulation today. However, certain factors can dramatically increase the value of this penny. Condition is key when it comes to valuing coins, and the 1963 D is no exception. Pennies that have been in circulation for years, passed from hand to hand, and exposed to the elements often show signs of wear and tear. These coins, although still valuable as part of history, typically won't command a high price. But if you happen to find a 1963 D penny in mint condition, especially one with little to no wear, it can be worth quite a bit more. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin's grade is determined by factors like the sharpness of its details, the presence of any scratches or imperfections, and its overall appearance. A 1963 D penny that is graded in the 65 to 70 range can fetch a higher price than a worn coin, even one that's only a few years old. If your coin is a pristine example, it could be worth thousands more than a coin in lower condition. So, where does that $34,762 figure come from? Well, the price tag reflects the value of 1963 D pennies that are in perfect or near perfect condition. The highest auction prices for these coins come from collectors who are willing to pay a premium for coins that can fill gaps in their collections or are simply rare and valuable. But it doesn't stop there. The value of these pennies can also increase based on other factors. For instance, a double die error, where the coin is struck twice and the design appears doubled, can make the 1963 D penny even rarer and more valuable. These varieties are highly sought after by collectors and can push the price even higher. Finding a 1963 D penny with a double die error could easily turn a $34,000 coin into something worth $100,000 or more. Another reason this coin's value can skyrocket is its historical significance. While many coins are produced in large numbers, rare examples from specific years or mint marks can hold historical importance. For example, 1963 was a year of great change in America, marked by the Civil Rights Movement and the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Coins from this time period, especially those in excellent condition, carry with them a piece of American history. So, how do you know if your 1963 D penny is worth thousands? First, check the condition. If it's in good shape and shows little to no wear, get it graded by a professional. There are several reputable grading services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Once graded, you can then take your coin to an auction house or a coin dealer who specializes in high-value pieces. Many times, you'll find that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare and well-preserved coins. It's also worth noting that the 1963 D penny isn't just a one-off fluke. In fact, there's a growing interest in these types of coins as more and more collectors turn their attention to rare pennies with historical significance. So, it's safe to say that this market will continue to be strong, and prices could keep rising. To sum up, the 1963 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a prime example of how a simple coin can become a rare treasure with the right combination of condition, rarity, and collector demand. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins in excellent condition, it could be worth anywhere from $34,000 to even higher amounts, depending on the specifics. Remember, as with any valuable coin, it's essential to do your research and consult experts before making any major decisions. If you think you've got a winner on your hands, don't hesitate to reach out to professional graders and auction houses for advice. Who knows, you might just be sitting on a rare piece of history worth a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in today, and as always, happy hunting, and I'll see you next time. Hey, coin enthusiasts and collectors! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins or just curious about the ones you might be holding in your own pocket, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a very special coin, the 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny isn't just a regular piece of currency. In fact, it's one that can fetch an impressive price on the market today. With a current market value of $41,765, this penny is a hidden treasure for collectors. But what makes it so valuable? Well, let's dig into the history, value, and the exciting story behind this unique coin. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1975 Lincoln penny is part of the long line of 1-cent coins that have been circulating in the U.S. since 1909. You may already be familiar with the iconic design featuring Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, on the obverse. The reverse side of the coin features the familiar shield and E pluribus unum motto. But the 1975 penny is special for a few reasons. Let's break it down. History of the coin. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced the usual copper-plated zinc pennies for circulation, but that's where things get interesting. Most 1975 pennies came from the Philadelphia Mint, but here's the catch: there was a mysterious issue involving certain pennies from that year. A small batch of them, for reasons that are still unclear, were struck with what is known as a no mint mark error. These coins don't have the D mint mark that typically indicates they were produced in Denver or the S mark for the San Francisco Mint. These rare no mint mark pennies have become quite the collector's item. But why does this no mint mark issue make the 1975 penny so valuable? To understand that, we need to take a look at coin errors in general. Coin errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, whether it's a misstrike, missing mint mark, or an issue with the planchet. These errors are often rare and make the coins far more valuable to collectors. The 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny is especially valuable because of its rarity and the mystery surrounding its creation. Now, it's important to note that this coin didn't start out as a high-value piece. Initially, it was just like any other penny circulating in change, but over time, collectors started noticing the lack of the mint mark and began pulling these pennies from circulation. The number of these error pennies was limited, which is what makes them so rare. Rare coins are always in demand among collectors, especially when the issue is one that was never officially explained by the mint. So, what makes this coin so valuable today? As of the current market, the value of the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny has reached an impressive $41,765. That's right, $41,765 for a coin that many people probably never gave a second thought to back in the day. But when you're dealing with rare errors and historical significance, the value can skyrocket. How does this value compare to other coins from the same era? Well, if we look at regular 1975 pennies, they're worth just 1 cent, or a little more if they're in great condition. But the 1975 no-mint mark penny is a whole different story. It's the rarity and the historical factor that sets it apart. Coins like this can sometimes fetch such high prices due to their scarcity, and in some cases, they're auctioned off to the highest bidder, especially if they've been professionally graded and authenticated. Speaking of grading, one of the key factors in determining the value of the 1975 penny, or any rare coin for that matter, is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the best possible condition. A coin in mint state condition is going to command a much higher price than one that's worn and damaged. A 1975 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition can push its price into the thousands, but if you find one that's been professionally graded and certified, especially from a reputable company like PCGS or NGC, the value will be even higher. Collectors love finding error coins because they're like pieces of history. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a great example of how a simple mistake by the U.S. Mint can lead to a valuable and sought-after coin. As the years go by, these coins become harder to find, which only drives up their value. When comparing the 1975 no-mint mark penny to other error coins, we see a similar trend: the rarer the error, the higher the price. For example, in the 1970s, coins like the 1972 double die averse penny were also highly sought after, and they're still some of the most valuable pennies to this day. The same principle applies to our 1975 penny. It's all about the rarity of the minting error. How to spot the 1975 no-mint mark penny? So, how can you spot the 1975 no-mint mark penny in your own collection or in circulation? It's actually pretty simple. Just look at the obverse side of the coin, where you'll normally find the mint mark under the date. If it's a regular 1975 penny, you'll either see a D or no mint mark at all. But if you find one with no mint mark and it's in good condition, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Keep in mind, though, that there are a few fakes out there, so it's always a good idea to have your coin authenticated if you believe you've found something special. To wrap up, the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting into coin hunting, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. With a current market value of $41,765, it's proof that even the smallest minting errors can lead to big rewards. Thanks for joining me today as we explored the fascinating story behind this rare penny. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins and collectibles. And hey, if you've found a 1975 no-mint mark penny or any other rare coin, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Until next time, happy coin hunting. Hey there, coin collectors. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on the latest tips, tricks, and treasure hunting tips for your coin collection. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating pennies you may have sitting in your pocket right now, the 1977 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin may just be worth a lot more than you think. In fact, its current market value has soared to $23,861. But what makes this coin so special? Stick around, and let's find out. The 1977 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like just another coin in the endless sea of pennies we all have, but there's something remarkable about this one that's caught the attention of collectors, investors, and numismatists around the world. To understand why the 1977 D penny is worth so much today, let's take a trip back in time to 1977. It was a year of change and challenges, both in the world and in the U.S. Mint. The 1977 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This year marked an era when the U.S. Mint had already phased out the use of copper for pennies, and the coin was being produced in a copper-plated zinc composition. The 1977 D penny may seem like a typical piece of change from the late 70s, but it's anything but average when it comes to its rarity and value today. Okay, so what makes the 1977 D penny such a gem? Well, it's all about error coins, especially those with small but unique defects. Over the years, there have been reports of 1977 D pennies that have noticeable errors, such as misprints, doubled dies, and even examples with improper strikes. Let's take a closer look at some of the most famous error types for the 1977 D penny. Double die obverse. This is when the coin's design gets struck twice by the die, resulting in a blurry, doubled image. This often affects Lincoln's features or the word liberty. Off-center strikes. Sometimes, a coin isn't struck in the center of the die, leading to an off-center image. This gives the penny a unique appearance, and these are highly sought after. Die cracks. Some pennies from this year were struck with cracked dies, leaving visible lines and breaks on the coin's design. While it may seem like damage, it's actually a rare and collectible characteristic for some enthusiasts. Now, let's talk about value. In 1977, this penny had a face value of just 1 cent. But fast forward to today, and some of these pennies have been fetching up to $23,861, depending on the error, condition, and rarity. What causes this dramatic jump in value? The answer lies in the scarcity of well-preserved error coins and the high demand from collectors. For example, in 2019, a 1977 D penny with a double die error sold for nearly $15,000. But it doesn't stop there. If you happen to find a 1977 D penny with a particularly rare off-center strike, the price could be even higher. We're talking about a rare coin that could see values around the $23,861 mark if in pristine condition. That's an incredible return on just 1 cent. When looking for a high-value 1977 D penny, remember that condition matters. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it is. A penny in mint state, meaning it has been preserved with minimal wear, will always fetch a higher price. That's why so many collectors obsess over finding error coins in uncirculated condition. How to identify a valuable 1977 D penny. Now that you know the basics of the 1977 D penny's value, how do you find one? Here are a few tips to help you on your hunt. Examine the mint mark. Always check for the D mint mark, which tells you the coin was minted in Denver. This is a key detail for collectors. Look for double die errors. Inspect the obverse carefully for any signs of doubling, especially on the word liberty and the date. A double die error can increase the value significantly. Check for off-center strikes. Tilt the coin in different lighting angles to see if the design is off-center. These off-center strikes are usually more noticeable with the naked eye. Look for die cracks. Inspect Lincoln's bust and the surrounding areas for die cracks. These are harder to find, but they're a great way to spot a unique coin. As you can see, the 1977 D Lincoln penny has earned its place in the spotlight due to its rarity and value. While not every 1977 D penny will fetch thousands of dollars, it's always a good idea to check your pocket change or roll collections for any unusual characteristics. You never know when you might stumble upon one of these valuable coins. So, if you've got a 1977 D Lincoln penny in your collection, take a closer look. You could be holding on to a hidden treasure worth $23,861. And remember, when it comes to coin collecting, knowledge is power. The more you learn about these rare gems, the better your chances of finding your next big jackpot. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin content. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes peeled for those valuable coins. Today, we're diving into one of the most valuable pennies in U.S. history, the 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you've ever come across this coin in your collection or your change jar, hold on to it, because it might be worth far more than you think. Not all pennies are created equal, and the 1980 D Lincoln penny is a prime example of a coin that has skyrocketed in value over the years. In this video, we'll explore the history, the value, and why this penny could be worth a staggering $31,344, 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. The history of the 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. The story of the 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny starts with its production in the United States Mint. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. The 1980 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the D Mint mark on the coin. Each year, millions of these pennies were produced. But as time went on, certain years and mint marks became rarer, often due to production errors or other factors that made them stand out among the rest. The 1980 D Mint mark coin's journey to rarity. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering 7,391,863,000 pennies. Most of them were distributed and circulated across the country, spending years in wallets, piggy banks, and as pocket change. But here's where things get interesting. While many of these pennies were lost or damaged, others remained in pristine condition, untouched and uncirculated. And among those pristine specimens, there were some with slight, yet impactful, defects, like misstrikes or flaws, that made them rarer and more valuable. That's where the value of a 1980 D penny really starts to shine. While most people might overlook a worn penny, collectors know that coins in mint condition, especially those with unique errors, can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. The value explosion of the 1980 D penny. Over the years, the value of certain 1980 D pennies has exploded. What was once a common penny found in the bottom of your purse or piggy bank now commands a hefty price on the market. But how did this happen? The 1980 D penny's value surge can be traced back to several factors. First, its rarity and mint condition. Then, add in the growing demand for error coins, and you have a perfect storm for this penny's rise in value. What makes the 1980 D penny so valuable? So, what makes this penny worth $31,344 today? It all comes down to its condition and rarity. In the world of coin collecting, the grade of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin's grade reflects its condition. Coins in mint condition are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A 1980 D penny that has been graded at MS 67 or higher can command a price that's many times greater than its face value. Why is this significant? Well, not many of these coins were kept in pristine condition, especially considering how often pennies get tossed around. That's what makes those well-preserved examples highly sought after by collectors. Market trends and where to find the 1980 D penny. Now you may be wondering, where can you find a 1980 D penny in good condition? The answer is that they can be found in circulation, but they're rare. Most are tucked away in coin collections or found at specialized coin shops and auctions. Online marketplaces like eBay and major coin auction houses often list these rare pennies, sometimes fetching prices of over $30,000 for the most pristine examples. The scarcity of the coin, along with the demand, has created a strong market for this unique piece of American currency. The future value of the 1980 D penny. As with any rare and valuable collectible, the market value of the 1980 D penny may continue to rise, especially as more collectors seek to own a piece of history. The value of this coin will largely depend on its condition, rarity, and demand in the marketplace. But it's safe to say that if you have one in mint condition, it could continue to grow in value over the years. So, there you have it. The 1980 D Lincoln penny, once just another penny you could find in your change, is now worth $31,344 and rising. If you have one of these coins in your collection, now might be the perfect time to hold on to it, or even sell it to the highest bidder. Don't forget to check your change jars, old collections, and coin rolls. You never know what you might find. And who knows, you could be the lucky owner of a coin worth more than you ever imagined. Narrator voiceover. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more valuable coin tips and history. See you next time. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who loves to uncover hidden treasures, you're in for a treat today. In today's video, we're diving deep into a coin that has quite the story to tell, the 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. It's not your average penny, and the current market value? A whopping $65,433. Stick around, because we're about to break down its history, rarity, and why it's worth so much. Let's get started. The basics of the 1983 Lincoln penny. At first glance, the 1983 Lincoln penny might look like just another 1-cent coin, but trust me, there's a lot more going on here than meets the eye. The 1983 penny was minted during an interesting time in the United States coinage history. With its iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, this coin was part of the regular circulation issues. However, in 1983, something very unusual happened. Let's talk about mint marks. Typically, coins have a mint mark to indicate where they were produced. The Philadelphia Mint, for instance, uses the P mint mark, while the Denver Mint uses a D. But in 1983, some of the pennies were struck without any mint mark at all, and that's where the mystery begins. In 1983, the U.S. Mint was facing a huge demand for pennies due to the high cost of copper. As a result, the Mint made a monumental decision to change the composition of the penny. Instead of being made primarily of copper, the 1983 penny was the first year to be struck with a copper-plated zinc composition. This was part of an effort to save money during a period of rising metal costs. However, the 1983 no-mint mark variety is incredibly rare, and that's what makes it so special. While the Philadelphia Mint was supposed to mint most of these coins, there was a production issue that resulted in some pennies being produced without the usual mint mark. This error, though unintentional, has caused a buzz in the coin collecting community ever since. Why the 1983 no-mint mark penny is so valuable. Now, why is this particular penny so valuable? Let's break it down. The 1983 no-mint mark penny is rare. In fact, fewer than 100 examples are believed to have been produced. That makes it an extremely scarce era coin, which is one of the main reasons why it's so sought after by collectors. Era coins, especially ones with such an unusual characteristic, tend to command huge premiums in the market. Scene shows footage of an auction, with a coin being sold for a significant price. Narrator U. Unlike many other era coins, the 1983 no-mint mark penny was not produced on purpose. This scarcity factor is what drives its demand. People want it because it's hard to find. To give you a better sense of how rare these coins are, you'd be lucky to come across one in circulation today. Condition and market value. Now, let's talk about condition. As with most rare coins, the condition of the 1983 no-mint mark penny significantly impacts its value. A coin that is well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, is worth far more than one that's heavily circulated. The value of these coins can range from a few $1,000s for those in lesser condition, to upwards of $65,000 for those in near mint or uncirculated condition. Coins in excellent condition, such as those that are graded as MS65 or higher, are the ones that are fetching top dollar. In fact, the current market value for a perfectly preserved 1983 no-mint mark penny stands at a staggering $65,433. That's right, more than $65,000 for a single penny. How to identify a 1983 no-mint mark penny? So, how can you identify a 1983 no-mint mark penny? The first thing to check is the area just below Abraham Lincoln's shoulder, where the mint mark would usually appear. If you don't see a mint mark there, it could be a rare 1983 no-mint mark penny. But remember, not all coins that lack a mint mark are valuable. Many of the 1983 pennies have a P mint mark, meaning they were produced in Philadelphia. But those without any mint mark, that's the golden ticket. Make sure to inspect the coin carefully and also consider getting it professionally graded. A coin's grade can make all the difference in its value. Where and how to sell your 1983 no-mint mark penny. If you happen to own a 1983 no-mint mark penny, you might be wondering, where can I sell it? The first step is to get the coin professionally graded. Trusted grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, will assess your coin's condition and assign it a grade. Once graded, you can sell your coin through a variety of outlets, such as online coin auctions, dealer shops, or numismatic conventions. Remember, the higher the grade, the more money you'll make. If your penny is in near perfect condition, you could see it sell for a significant amount, like that $65,433 we mentioned earlier. So there you have it. The 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just another coin. It's a rare piece of history that could put a lot of money in your pocket if you're lucky enough to own one in good condition. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a beginner just starting out, this coin is definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video interesting or learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more exciting content. Have you ever found a rare penny or any other valuable coin? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep hunting for those hidden treasures, and remember, one small penny can make a big impact. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's interested in rare coins, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the 1980s, the 1985 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. This seemingly ordinary coin holds an extraordinary value in the world of numismatics, with a current market value of an astounding $45,431. So, how did this small penny earn such a hefty price tag? Stick around as we explore the history, value evolution, and how you can find one for your collection. Let's begin with the basics. The 1985 D Lincoln penny is part of the series of coins minted during the year 1985. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it has the D Mint mark. This coin features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the obverse, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was a feature on the penny from 1959 to 2008 before it was replaced with the Union Shield design. On its own, this coin may look just like any other penny from the 1980s, but as we go deeper into its value journey, you'll understand why this particular coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. In 1985, the United States was dealing with economic challenges, like high inflation and interest rates, but the penny itself was still a vital part of daily transactions. At that time, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies to meet demand for change, but little did they know that a few errors and subtle differences would make some 1985 pennies worth more than their face value. Now, let's talk about the key factor that influences the high value of the 1985 D penny. There's a specific error with some of these pennies that has made them so valuable. The 1985 D penny comes with a rare die variety, the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin doesn't fully align, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin, particularly on the lettering and details on Lincoln's bust. If you take a closer look at the 1985 D penny with the double die error, you'll notice that the words Liberty and In God We Trust have a noticeable doubling, especially on the L in Liberty and the T in Trust. This is what makes the 1985 D penny so rare. Only a limited number of these errors were made, and those coins have become prized collectors' items. Over time, the value of the 1985 D double die penny has skyrocketed. When it was first discovered in the mid-1980s, a coin with such an error might have been worth just a few dollars above its face value, but as the years passed and the rarity of these coins became more apparent, their value increased. By the early 2000s, some of these error pennies were fetching thousands of dollars at auctions and through private sales. For example, in 2006, a well-preserved 1985 D double die penny sold for a hefty $10,000. By 2015, the price had risen to over $20,000. And now, in 2025, some of these rare coins are worth up to $45,431, depending on the condition of the coin and its error quality. So, how can you spot one of these valuable coins? Well, the first step is simple. Make sure you're looking at a 1985 D penny. The D Mint mark is located just below the date on the front of the coin, near Lincoln's shoulder. From there, you'll want to inspect the obverse, particularly the inscription Liberty and In God We Trust, for any signs of doubling. Look carefully, and if you see the letters doubled or slightly misaligned, that's a sign of the double die error. It's crucial to remember that not every 1985 D penny will have this error. only a small percentage of them do, which is why they are so valuable today. As we mentioned earlier, the current market value of a 1985 D double-die penny in excellent condition can reach up to $45,431. But before you start digging through your penny jar, keep in mind that the coin's value is influenced by several factors, such as its overall condition, the extent of the doubling error, and its rarity. Coins with higher grades, such as MS65 or above, will fetch a much higher price than those in lower grades. So, it's important to have your coins properly graded by a reputable coin grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A coin with a higher grade and a strong double die error is worth a small fortune in the right market. To give you an idea of just how hot these coins are, they're regularly sold at major coin auctions and even specialized error coin sales. Collectors and investors from all over the world are looking for that elusive 1985 D penny, which means they can sell for top dollar when they hit the right buyer. If you happen to find one of these coins in your collection, or if you come across one at a garage sale or flea market, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Just remember, the condition of the coin and its unique error will determine how much you can sell it for. If you find one in great shape with that double die error, don't hesitate to get it appraised. Well, that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the 1985 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. From a simple minting error to a coin worth thousands of dollars, it's amazing how the world of numismatics works. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss an update. And, as always, happy hunting for those rare finds. See you in the next video. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you love rare and valuable coins, you're in for a real treat today. In this video, we're going to dive into the 1993 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might think it's just another ordinary penny, but let me tell you, this coin could be worth up to $39,777. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $40,000 for a simple penny. In this video, we'll explore its value, history, and how you can identify if you have one of these elusive pennies hiding in your coin jar. So, grab a seat, and let's get into it. The history of the 1993 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, which has been circulating since 1909, features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a wheat stalk design or a shield design on the reverse depending on the year. The 1993 penny, however, is where things start to get interesting. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. So, why is the 1993 no-mint mark penny such a big deal? Well, let's take a look. Most coins from 1993 were minted with either a D mint mark, indicating they were made in Denver, or a P mint mark for Philadelphia. However, some 1993 pennies, particularly those from the Philadelphia Mint, were produced without a mint mark. This is where the rarity kicks in. Normally, all coins made in Philadelphia used to have a mint mark, but in 1993, they did not. If you find a penny from this year with no mint mark, you have a very unique piece of numismatic history. Why is it worth so much? So, why is the 1993 no mint mark penny so valuable? To understand that, we need to talk about rarity and condition. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is key. The 1993 penny without a mint mark was never officially intended to be rare. It was just a result of production oversight. But as it turns out, not many of these pennies were saved in pristine condition. In fact, most of the ones that didn't end up in circulation were likely melted down or lost in time. Only a few high-quality examples survived, making this particular penny a hidden gem for collectors. Now, let's talk about how condition affects its value. For any coin to fetch a high price, it needs to be in excellent condition. The 1993 no-mint mark penny that can reach the value of $39,777 is likely graded MS67 or higher, which means it has little to no wear, no blemishes, and an overall flawless appearance. How to identify the 1993 no-mint mark penny? Now that you know how rare and valuable this penny can be, let's talk about how you can identify if you've got one. the year, it has to be a 1993 penny. You'll want to look at the date stamped on the obverse side of the coin. No mint mark. The key feature here is that there is no mint mark. Most of the 1993 pennies were minted with a D or P mark, but a select number came without any mint mark. Remember, if there is a D for Denver or P for Philadelphia mint mark, it's not the rare one we're talking about today. Condition matters. As I mentioned earlier, this coin must be in pristine condition. So, if your penny has no visible wear or damage, and it has the details clearly visible, like Lincoln's portrait and the fine details of the design, then it could potentially be worth quite a bit of money. Look for errors. Coin errors can often increase the value of a penny. This could include double strikes, misalignments, or even unusual die cracks. If you think you have an error coin, it could raise the value even higher. The current market value now, you may be wondering, how much can a 1993 no mint mark penny be worth? Well, as of now, a high-quality coin, graded MS-67 or better, could be valued at $39,777. That's right, nearly $40,000 for a single penny, so why the jump in value? The scarcity of these coins, combined with high demand from collectors, drives up the price. The 1993 no mint mark penny has become highly sought after by those in the numismatic world, making it one of the more expensive modern pennies. However, not all 1993 no mint mark pennies will fetch this price. Most of them are worth much less unless they're in top condition and certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Where to sell your 1993 no mint mark penny? If you think you've found one of these rare pennies in your collection, you're probably asking, where can I sell it? There are a few places where you can potentially sell a high-value coin like the 1993 no mint mark penny: coin auctions, online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great places to sell rare coins. You'll want to have your coin graded and authenticated first, though, so buyers know exactly what they're getting. Coin dealers. You can also take your coin to a local coin dealer or a professional numismatist. However, be sure to do some research first on the market value to ensure you're getting a fair price. Online coin forums. There are many online communities and forums where coin enthusiasts buy and sell coins. If you're just looking to see if you have something valuable, posting in these communities can help you get a better idea of its worth. So, there you have it. The 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny is much more than just a piece of copper. It's a rare, valuable coin with an exciting history and a hefty price tag. If you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies in your collection, it might just be worth $39,777. But remember, the condition of the coin is key. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss out on our latest coin tips, tricks, and values. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and let me know what other coins you'd like me to explore. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in the world of numismatics, the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, which holds a surprising value of $22,666. Yes, you heard that right, $22,666 for a penny. But why is this seemingly ordinary penny worth so much? Stick around as we uncover its history, rarity, and how this humble coin became one of the most valuable pennies on the market. What makes the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny special? Let's start with the basics. The 1994 Lincoln 1-cent penny. On its surface, it seems like just another copper-plated coin, nothing out of the ordinary. But it's not about what you see on the surface. This penny is special because of its minting error. Typically, U.S. pennies have a mint mark under the date, indicating where the coin was made. For most pennies, this mark is either a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But the 1994 penny we're talking about is a no mint mark coin. All coins minted in Philadelphia after 1980 were intended to have a mint mark to help distinguish them from coins made in other locations. However, some coins were mistakenly struck without a mint mark during certain years, including 1994. The coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, but an error occurred, resulting in a penny without any mint mark, an extremely rare find. The history behind the coin. 1994 was a year full of history, both in the world at large and in the world of coins. The US was going through some significant changes, and the penny itself was becoming less of a focus in everyday transactions, as inflation made pennies less common in circulation. However, 1994 saw an unexpected phenomenon, a minting error that would leave its mark on the coin collecting world for decades to come. The absence of a mint mark on the 1994 Lincoln penny wasn't discovered until years later. It was in the early 2000s when coin collectors began to notice the anomaly. What made this error so exciting for numismatists and collectors alike is that it was so subtle, so easy to overlook, that many of these pennies remained in circulation, undetected, for years. And that's when the real treasure hunt began. How rare is the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny? So how rare is this coin? Well, that's the million-dollar question, or should I say, the $22,666 question. The 1994 no mint mark penny is incredibly rare. It's believed that only a handful of these pennies exist in good condition, making it a top find for serious coin collectors. Coin experts have estimated that only a small percentage of the 1994 pennies were produced without the mint mark, and most of them were released into circulation. However, due to the high volume of coins minted in 1994, it's believed that only a few have survived in mint condition. And those are the ones that collectors are after. The value of the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now let's talk about the most exciting part, the value. A 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny in mint condition can fetch anywhere from $5,000 to a staggering $22,666 on the open market. That's right, over $22,000 for a single penny. How did this penny reach such a high value? Well, the rarity of the error combined with its excellent condition makes it a highly sought-after coin. In fact, it's not just the minting error that adds value. The fact that this penny is from the early 90s, a time when minting errors weren't as widely known or collected, means that the coin has become a symbol of rarity and discovery. Coins like the 1994 no mint mark penny have fetched high prices at auctions, with collectors willing to pay a premium for the chance to own one. As the years pass, its value continues to rise, making it a smart investment for those who are passionate about rare coins. How to spot a 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny? So how can you spot a 1994 no mint mark penny? It's actually quite simple. First, check the date. If the penny says 1994 but has no mint mark, you could be holding a rare treasure. Just make sure to examine the coin closely for wear and tear, as condition plays a big role in its value. Look for any signs of damage, scratches, or discoloration. The more pristine the penny, the higher its value. If you come across a 1994 penny without a mint mark in uncirculated condition, you might just be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. What makes the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny a must-have for collectors? The 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because of its rarity. It's also a piece of U.S. history. A small error in the minting process created a coin that could easily have been overlooked, but now it stands as a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin collecting. For collectors, the 1994 no mint mark penny is more than just a coin, it's a story. It represents the thrill of the hunt and the satisfaction of discovering something rare and valuable in a sea of seemingly ordinary coins. It's these types of discoveries that keep the world of numismatics exciting. So there you have it. The 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny is far more than just another piece of currency. With its rare minting error, incredible history, and current market value of $22,666, it's one of the most sought-after pennies in the world of coin collecting. If you come across one of these hidden treasures, make sure to hold on to it. It could be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting content. And as always, keep hunting for those hidden gems. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of valuable and rare coins. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on content about rare coins and their mind-blowing values. Today, we're taking a look at a coin you might have in your pocket right now. Yes, it's the 2003 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. While most pennies are worth just a cent, there's a hidden gem among them that could make you thousands of dollars. If you've ever wondered about the value of this coin, or if you have one and think it might be worth something, stick around because this video is going to reveal the truth about the 2003 D Lincoln penny, its history, and its current market value of an astounding $2.666. History of the 2003 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. Before we get into its incredible value, let's take a step back and look at the history of this penny. The 2003 D Lincoln 1-cent is a standard penny in terms of design. Like most Lincoln pennies, it features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side, of the coin. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been in use since 1909, and it shows President Lincoln in profile. On the reverse side, we see the classic image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 until 2008. This particular coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark on the reverse. The 2003 D penny was part of the regular issue of pennies produced for circulation, with millions of these coins produced that year. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 2003 D pennies are the same. Some are more valuable than others due to unique features that set them apart from standard circulation coins. Minting process and the coin's unique features. The 2003 D penny is generally not one that people would pay much attention to unless they're specifically looking for errors or rare features. So what makes some of these pennies worth thousands of dollars? Well, the answer lies in a few key factors. Firstly, the coins that have higher values often have some form of minting error, whether it's a doubled die, a rare die variety, or a striking anomaly. Some 2003 D pennies were struck with slight errors in the minting process that made them more rare and collectible. One of the most notable varieties for the 2003 D penny is the 2003 D double die obverse, DDO. This coin is where the doubling of the image on the obverse occurs, and it typically happens because the die was misaligned during the minting process. In this case, the doubling can be seen in the inscriptions of Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as on the date 2003 itself. If you have a 2003 D penny with this characteristic, it's definitely worth checking out, because it could be worth a lot more than you think. The value of the 2003 D Lincoln penny. Now, let's get into the really exciting part, the money. So, how much is a 2003 D Lincoln penny worth? As mentioned earlier, the current market value of a 2003 D penny with certain characteristics can reach up to $2,666. But there are some things to keep in mind. The reason behind this impressive value comes from the rarity of specific varieties or errors in the coin's design. The most valuable 2003 D pennies are those with the double die obverse, DDO, error. But other coins that exhibit unique characteristics, such as misalignments, off-center strikes, or strange patterns on the coin's surface, can also command a premium price. For example, a 2003 D penny that was struck off-center, showing part of the design missing. Or a coin with an unusual strike pattern can increase its value by several $100s, sometimes more. While most 2003 D pennies are worth just a cent, collectors are always on the lookout for unique or misprinted specimens. How to identify a valuable 2003 D penny? So, how do you tell if your 2003 D penny is one of these rare and valuable coins? Here are a few key things to look out for. Check for double die errors. The best way to determine if your 2003 D penny is worth more than a cent is by closely inspecting the coin for signs of double die errors. Look carefully at the inscriptions. In God We Trust and Liberty. If you notice any signs of doubling, where the letters seem to be shifted or doubled up, it could be a sign that you have the rare DDO variety. Examine the date. Look closely at the date. 2003 On the coin. A double die error can cause the digits to appear blurry or doubled. If you see this, it's time to get excited. Look for other errors. Errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing letters can also increase the value of the coin. Inspect the coin carefully under good lighting, and even consider using a magnifying glass to get a closer look at the finer details. Why collectors pay big for the 2003 D Lincoln penny? Collectors and investors are always searching for the next big thing in the world of rare coins. The 2003 D Lincoln penny with the double die error has become one of the most coveted varieties in the numismatic world because it is rare enough to generate excitement among collectors, but not so rare that it is nearly impossible to find. It represents an interesting mix of rarity and accessibility, meaning there are still chances to find one if you're actively looking. Where to sell your 2003 D Lincoln penny? If you find that your 2003 D penny is a rare error coin, you might want to sell it. But where can you sell such a valuable coin? There are several options: coin auctions, websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and other online auction platforms are great places to sell your rare coin. Here, you can get the highest value for your penny by allowing collectors from around the world to bid on it. Coin dealers. You can also visit a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. They can help you determine the exact value of your 2003 D penny and offer you a fair price for it. Coin shows. Coin shows are another great place to meet collectors and dealers who are looking for rare coins. You can network with other numismatists and potentially make a sale. So there you have it, folks. The 2003 D Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like a regular penny at first glance, but if it has the right error or rare characteristic, it could be worth up to $2,666 or more. Always keep an eye on your pocket change, because you never know when you might find the next big coin treasure. Make sure to leave a comment below if you've found a rare coin or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more valuable coin content. Until next time, happy coin hunting! These top 30 rare pennies are proof that sometimes the most unassuming coins can hide immense value. Whether due to minting errors, low mintage numbers, or historical significance, these pennies have become treasures worth millions. If you're a collector or investor looking to add some of these ultra-rare pennies to your collection, make sure to do your research, connect with reputable dealers, and most importantly, keep an eye on those rare minting errors. You never know what you'll find. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive into the world of rare US pennies. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more numismatic content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos on rare coins. Until next time, keep collecting. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their incredible value. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more hidden treasures like today's topic. Now, today we're going to be discussing a coin that's often overlooked by many collectors, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel. But don't be fooled by its humble appearance. This coin could be worth more than you think. In fact, it's valued at $12,666 in today's market. Stick with us as we explore its history, rarity, and why this coin is so valuable. Before we talk about why the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is worth so much today, let's first take a look at the coin itself. This is the 1982 D Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it looks just like any other nickel, but if you're a serious coin collector, you know that small details can make a huge difference. The D Mint mark on this nickel indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two major U.S. coin production facilities. Now, you might be wondering, why is this particular coin worth so much? Let's break it down. To understand the value of the 1982 D Jefferson nickel, we have to dive into its history. The United States Mint has been producing Jefferson nickels since 1938, but the 1982 D variety stands out for a couple of key reasons. 1982 was an interesting year for coinage. The United States was in the midst of economic shifts, and this reflected in how coins were produced. While the design of the Jefferson nickel has remained largely the same over the decades, It was during this period that we saw some rare minting errors and inconsistencies in production. This is where the value of the 1982 D nickel really starts to take shape. In 1982, there was a slight issue with the striking process at the Denver Mint. This led to a number of nickels being produced with noticeable differences in their design. These coins were often misaligned or had varying amounts of metal in them, which made them unique. Collectors began noticing these differences, and over time, they became a prized piece of coin history. But that's not the only reason the 1982 D nickel is valuable. When we talk about rarity, we're not just referring to how many were made. We're also talking about how many still exist in great condition. Over the years, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel has proven to be incredibly rare and pristine condition. Most of these coins were circulated heavily, meaning they were worn down and lost their luster. But for collectors, finding a well-preserved example, especially one that's uncirculated, can significantly raise its value. Here's where things get really exciting. A high-grade, uncirculated 1982 D Jefferson nickel has been known to fetch upwards of $12,666 in the market. That's right, $12,666 for a coin that most people would overlook as just another nickel. These high-value sales often occur at coin auctions, where rare pieces like the 1982 D nickel are sold to the highest bidder. The reason these nickels are so valuable is due to the scarcity of well-preserved specimens. When you think about it, over 40 years have passed since the 1982 D nickel was minted, and most of them have been used in everyday transactions, leaving very few in mint condition. Now, let's take a look at the market trends for this coin. Over the past few years, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel has seen a steady increase in value. Why? The scarcity of coins in top condition combined with growing interest in rare coins as a form of investment has led collectors to pay top dollar for these pieces of history. As you can see from this chart, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel has consistently appreciated in value, with certain specimens crossing the $12,000 threshold at auction. This rise in value can also be attributed to the growing demand for coins minted in the 1980s, which are now considered a part of the modern era of U.S. coinage. So, if you're wondering whether you might have one of these valuable coins hidden in your collection, here's how to check. First, take a good look at your 1982 D Jefferson nickel. Examine the quality of the minting. Look for any signs of wear, damage, or other imperfections. The best examples will have sharp, clean features and a smooth, shiny surface. If you notice anything unusual, like a misaligned strike or a coin that seems to have been struck with extra force, it could be an error coin, which would increase its value even more. One way to ensure you know exactly what you have is to get your coin professionally graded by a service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A higher grade, say, MS65 or higher, could dramatically increase your coin's worth. So, if you're holding on to a 1982 D nickel in excellent condition, don't just assume it's worth face value. To wrap it up, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how even seemingly ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. With its rich history, scarcity in good condition, and steady rise in market demand, this coin has earned its place as a highly sought-after collectible. So, take a moment to dig through your coin jar or collection. There's a chance you could be holding on to a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. As always, let me know if you've ever come across a rare coin in your own collection. Drop a comment below and share your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin content. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!